I'm getting my stuff up on the second computer so I can see if anybody's talking. So once I get that done, we'll be off to the races. Yay. And mute my live stream so I'm not talking to myself. Okay. Hey all. D-Swank here. I'm back in Stellaris. I'm playing a new game because when Distant Stars came out, it broke my old save. I'm still running with pretty much the same mods. I found one that basically cleans up a lot of issues that I was having with the build. It basically makes your leaders immortal, which is what I was looking for. And I kind of should look at getting time flowing here. Hopefully,
situation log updated.
With all the changes and everything that has occurred, I'll be able to play this game a lot further. So, yeah. All the new stuff popping in. Okay, actually... Ooh, that means this. These 4 stars down here. If I take and hold those, I pretty much got the map. That's nice. Or I've got this area held on for myself. That'll be... This will be kind of the home sector, if you will. And in roughly, well, 20 years up here, so in about an hour, I'll be able to get my Civic that I need to put in there. But yeah, I'm playing with a modified, or the beta for, Alpha mod on this. So, yeah, that's gonna take a little bit for,
anomaly detected.
Okay, here's the new anomaly system. See, it takes 1,000 days for them to research it, so leave that alone for now. And you're pretty much guaranteed that that will work. Now, you get the event chain to proc. You don't have to worry about that, so that's kind of nice. But I'll basically be sending my construction ship off over here to do that thing. But for the most part, this is going to be a sit back, chill out stream. Do whatever, because whatever, man. I am going to be, like always, my first it's cool. My first series of things are going to be Foundation, because Foundation is just good. It's hard to get something better than the Foundation stuff to proc. Or to, not proc, but as starting out. It's just really, really good. But I'm going to take this star, probably circle around like this. And that's going to be how I'll expand. Oh god, we've already got super tensile solids. That's awesome. We haven't... Okay, so it stopped for some reason. I had one more thing it needed to scan.
Under attack.
What? Centuries ago, a group of radical priests and their devoted followers on Corbin broke away from the established religion to form their own church. These extremists called themselves the True Path and have been responsible for many atrocities and acts of terror over the years. Although they have kept a low profile in modern times, we recently learned that many of their agents have infiltrated our military. These renegades have secretly been diverting resources to the construction of a small fleet of starships at a hidden facility on Corbin. When their treachery was revealed, the cultists blasted into orbit on their ships and fled to Osiris.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Cultist ship, prepare the breaching charges.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so what do I do here? True path. Click this. Go ahead and research that. Construction ship. Go. Build starbase. You, let's come down here and survey that. And in just a few days, we'll have this taken care of. Hey Z, how's it going? Reporting action. Though the survivors offered stiff resistance, our boarding party was able to secure the prisoners from the disabled cultist starship. From them, we have learned that the conspiracy goes far deeper than we initially suspected. The agents of the True Path include several flag officers and high-ranking officials within our own government. Mass arrests are being made on Corbin, and all assets belonging to this cult have been seized. However, several of their starships they built in secret remain unaccounted for, and the upper echelon of the cult's leadership have vanished. We have picked up faint ion trails leading to several outlying systems. We must pursue the terrorists. That's good. Okay, so we got an admiral and a general rocking in. That's something that one of the mods that I have does, is we don't get we don't get to purchase our leaders. They just appear, which is fun. It's a different way of playing. It changes the resource dynamic, and since the leaderships
detected.
I'm running with, they are pretty much immortal. It kind of, I felt it balances it out. Getting off work early, or I don't know if early for you or not, but, and naps are always good. Naps are always good. Yeah, ooh. That's kind of a cool system. This is something new that they added in with the new DLC, is the twin planet or twin star systems and the triple star systems. Those are all kind of cool. Cool. Getting off at noon. Depends on how early you normally work to. So, but that's always nice, being able to leave work earlier. Especially on a holiday.
System surveyed.
Alright, send you over here, survey this. Mining station, yay. But yeah, at the moment I'm kind of starting the whole map thing
Initiating
over
evasive
again.
maneuvers.
Okay. Encountered new ships. The Matriarch. A creature of legends. I've never seen this before. Legend swims luxuriously between the gas giants dotting the Scorum system. With tentacles longer than an Imperial battleship, her gargantuan proportions defy all of our previous encounters with organic life. The creature's magnificent glowing hide stands out starkly against the void of space. She appears to be quite old, remarkably so, a veritable ancient covered end to end in battle scars and strange growths. A gigantic unexploded proton torpedo is lodged in the venerable matriarch's back, and the fractured remains of ships in the system speak as to what manner of fate befell any vessel that strayed too close. Incredible. I want to see this thing. Oh, it's a giant frickin'
Construction online.
Yeah, that's cool. Beyond Sublime. Contact report Leviathan. Empire of the Eternal Wheel has encountered something that is beyond sublime. Giant beings. Their sheer existence a testament to the unfathomable wonders of the universe. No, I'm not playing one with the Borg in it. This is pretty much a heavily modded but vanilla setup for Stellaris. Unfathomable wonders of the universe that make most life forms appear like flickering lights in the next to the burning stars. Despite the true nature of the Leviathans being unknown, the people on Corbin are hopefully in awe of what have been found and optimistic about what it may bring. It is awe-inspiring. New sentience evolving. One of our planet's native mammals have begun showing signs of evolving sentience. With this news, more the better. Yeah, we can have more population. So I guess I have to go down here and take this path. Either way, holding this system seems like it would be a good idea. Let's come down and survey this. I'm pretty much not running the stuff that gives the Borg, puts the Borg in the game, so. Very thoughtful. Let's do that. And clear you. Ancient ruins, ancient ruins, ancient ruins, ancient ruins. Oh. Policies and edicts. No. The mod that puts the Borg in is a total conversion to a Star Trek universe. It gets rid of all the vanilla assets and modifies the game to just run with Star Trek stuff.
Blocker removed.
All species. It's a modification.
Online.
I mean, it's kind of like that one with the Star Wars. Well, any of the Star Wars mods for Sins. Which I feel is what you're kind of digging at. Where is slavery? I want to disallow that. Foundation, let's grab that. And no, it was a fan-created modification. Well, both what add the Borg in this and what add the Sins stuff to a Star Wars mod. I enjoyed that because It was fun. It's a good kind of what-if scenario. Also, it's fun because it's... any sort of alternate histories are fun. Some are a little off, such as, I think it's Henry Turtledove, has a series of what-if alternate history books that what-if, basically, future rednecks, well, not really just rednecks, future racists take like 300 AK-47s back to the Confederacy, and then the whole book series is the ramification of that.
Construction online.
How am I doing? Pretty good.
System
I
charted.
got back a little while ago from birthday party for my dad, so haven't really had a chance to do much yet today. Civil War Confederacy. That was the idea for that alternate history storyline.
Construction online.
Oh, wow. This is actually a pretty good system setup because I just build Starbase here, here, and here, and I'm kind of isolated. So my core systems for the Empire don't really get attacked. Well, they had Gatling guns during the Civil War, but they didn't have there were a lot of people were still using guns that were didn't even use cartridge systems. They had to do hand loading and funness like that. Okay, what a logistician hobby.
System scan complete.
Let's survey that. And I guess we just do this circle and then come back, fill in. This game, yes, there are vanilla ships for this. I'm not currently using I'm using a different mod that adds
Construction online.
this is a modded station. These are modded ships for the Corvettes. I don't have access to without backing out to the main menu to show you the different varieties, but they have plant, mammalian, humanoid,
detected.
fungal, avian, reptilian, and I think there's one more, but I'm not sure for the base factions. Ship designs, there's like 6 or 7. The plants and the humanoid are DLC based. And then the Fallen Empires, which fill a trope that the Babylon 5 ancients did, And you could look at the Halo forerunners as similar trope, or the Mass Effect precursors. But they're empires that used to rule the galaxy and have collapsed, and they have a specific style of ship for themselves. The 3 Final Crisis have specific ships for themselves. The Unbidden have these energy, organic-looking ships. They'd be tough to do because, well, I don't have the tech to show you it, but because right now I only have the Corvette, and it has 1 hull. Well, I got done early, Freddy. But when you go to the second, or destroyers, they have 2 hull segments with each a forward and a back, and they have a different design for each variant. And then there's the cruisers, which have 3, the battleships that have 4. So that it'd be harder to do. Well, somewhat. I can see a Warbird in it, but it's not really depending on which way you look at it. Try and slow it down. Study it. I see more Turian. I think that's them. What Garrus was in Mass Effect in that. Let's do that. Oh God, that's gonna take forever. Let's do that one. Codename Scorum, if they present that. Ah! I can understand that. Have a good day, Freddy. I have minerals, so I can build. And let's grab this. Boost my Unity income. Why is everybody all grumpy here? Oh, probably... Ah, okay. Yeah, I think typing with an Xbox would suck a little bit.
Construction online.
Okay, high living costs. Probably need to get rid of that. Let's see, personal weapons, limited, balanced economy, high living costs. There we go. Give me some happiness back. Yeah, that's better. You need to level up faster, Governor Paul. New scientist. Interesting. Is there Earth political systems in the game? Yeah, because that, I mean, they kind of make it somewhat generic. There's there's 6 base ruling styles.
Research project concluded.
Let's see, something... There's diplomacy, there's an oligarchy, there's a military junta, there's a monarchy, except I'm not getting the one of them. There's a hive mind that can be organic or technological. And then the subtypes of variants of that are based upon your, what are they called? Governing ethics. And what I have here are somewhat modified because base game does not have industrialists. They have materialists, which is countered with religion or faith-based. Industrialist in this is countered by environmentalist. You have pacifist and militaristic. You have xenophile and xenophobe, and authoritarian, and the mod puts in libertarian, but vanilla it's egalitarian. A military junta, it's it's basically a country ruled by the military, usually a general in charge. Junta is how it's spelled. I'm dyslexic and I have some issues with that, so but I tend to go with the monarchy for the Empire of the Eternal Wheel, which is one that I've kind of built up. I've kind of built this whole fictional universe thing, or story empire, whatever you want to call it. Just because I like the concept of it, and it's kind of who I play throughout whenever I play vanilla. The story behind it, and with the mods I have, this is the closest I've been able to get. Let me bring this back up. The idea is that the Arundel are the an empire can't really work in space? Why? I mean, I can understand it'd be hard to hold your borders. But it also really depends on how faster than light travel really is in practicality works. But I mean, most of the time it's all based upon territory that, well, I mean, in this, you hold the systems. So, but I'm kind of intrigued by why you said that. Yes, it'd be difficult depending on technology levels and things like that, but
construction online.
The vast majority of its system planets, how is the Empire going to hold control of the planets? I mean, how do countries hold on to their territory? I mean, some use military force to hold it. Some use that societal-wise, the people that live there prefer to be part of the empire than anybody else. I mean, yes, as growing, it's going to be an issue, but I mean, you had issues like that in medieval times, where areas were like, I mean, depending on whose viewpoint,
System
you could
charted.
even argue what went on in the Ukraine fairly recently could be along that line, that this chunk of Ukraine wanted to be Russia. Other people say that the Russians were kind of funding that. So that's a whole kettle of fish I don't want to go any further into. But I mean, there is that. When you look at it with that viewpoint. Because the politics in that I kind of want to avoid, just because it gives me a headache and I dislike it. Alright. I have money, I should be able to clear another surface tile. What do I want to clear? Let's do that one. Because we need food.
Anomaly detected.
Leave that for now. Don't want you working on that for years. My faction, the Viron Imperial ideology, and the Emperor, and etc.
Construction online.
Yeah, I mean, that works. And that's why, as a politician on a large empire like you have in a lot of things like this, you either have to have the military around to be able to say, I don't care if you dislike this or not, and strong-arm factions to stay, or you have to have the society where people want to stay. So, I mean, that's how the empires work. So, I mean, it... And what you're saying is that you basically had a group of people that lost
System
with
scan complete.
military, that lost... that their society, their group of people started to dislike the society that they were in. So...
Blocker removed.
I mean, if you want to create a fictional empire, I mean, you kind of can do the whole setup for one in Stellaris, if that's something you're interested in. Let's see, survey speed, yeah, let's do that. Monthly influence increase, that'll be helpful.
Construction online. Anomaly detected.
That's far enough. That's not bad. That's a little over a year.
New technology discovered.
New research. Time Shift Institutes. I like that. Oh god, that's no... Okay, that's a little better. Yeah.
New technology discovered.
New research. Automated exploration. Oh god. Oh, that sucks. My my setup. I'm only getting one tech a tick. One choice for tech. Okay. I mean, that you're arguing that, I mean, that's something that happens. I mean, what I'm saying is not. I mean, that's sort of things that happen in real world. I don't understand why. I mean, empires exist in I mean, again, viewpoints. There's a lot of other countries in the world that will argue that the United States is an empire. I mean, there is... I mean, you had the British Empire. I mean, other than the fact that we don't have a single leader, a monarchy, but still, I'm not following to... Ooh. Found this real quick. Let me read this. Closer scan of the debris field around JX4399 has led to the discovery of an airtight capsule containing an atomic clock that measures time with unparalleled precision. It has frequency uncertainty low that it will be another 879 million years before it gains a single second, and it is counting down to a date 42 years and 3 days away. The capsule holds no clues as to what this date signifies or who the owners are, but it seems as though someone out there has lost track of the time. Keep an eye on it. I kind of lost track of where I was before I had that event pop up. Sorry about that, Z. Ah, energy, that's good. Energy is money. Ah, the Ryzen.
Situation log updated.
That's cool. I'll need to make sure I build this shortly. I need a good mining system. I haven't gotten it. Okay. Well, it became settled on a new planet. Other than the fact that they left. What was their home? I'm not seeing anything.
System charted.
Usually when you have an... Okay, here's something that I'm not following, and I'm looking back through your comments. UGA, United Galactic Alliance? Is that... I'm taking a guess there. And need a few days here. Okay. So... Okay, that... Yeah, I mean, United... There's a... That's another one of those sci-fi tropes. Babylon 5 had the League of Non-Aligned Worlds, which was also a stand-in for the... Because it was about as effective as the League of Nations before the UN, so...
Construction online.
I'm gonna get some armor. Taking forever for you to move. I'm actually very concerned here because I appear to be in a very resource poor area of the galaxy. Okay, why are we unhappy? Planet habitability. Okay, I need to research something that gets rid of those issues. Continental world. Lots of dangerous critters. Poor mineral quality, flat terrain. Oh, meh. Not good. Build a starbase. Alright, once I get that starbase done, I can't really be in... Well, I can still be invaded, but I've got 3 systems to fortify. Okay.
Construction online.
What does the red line mean? Red line. This? I need a little more descriptor in that. Okay, this red line, this is my borders. This is my border. I haven't claimed these systems.
System charted.
Resource rich. Build a mining station there, please.
Blocker removed.
I need more mineral. Alright. Going over here to survey. Leveled up. These, I don't have to use military at the moment because nobody else has claimed them. That
New
is
technology
interesting.
discovered.
I have no idea how I get to this system.
Construction online.
Fascinating. But how they work is you have to survey the systems, and if nobody else has claimed them, you just fly
Anomaly
in
detected.
and build a starbase. It's kind of like putting your flag down and saying this is mine. But as I'm going, I'm putting in the resource stations in this area before I move on to the next, since I've kind of got the way the game works right now. Everybody starts with a hyperspace tech that you can only travel along the lines. So since this is a new game, I don't have to worry about anybody coming in and claiming this territory right now because I've got stations parked here, here, and here. I mean, why?
Construction online.
I'm gonna send my well, one, game won't let you just throw your military ships there unless you've already sent a science ship because of reasons. I'm not really sure why, but I mean, right now I need all my resources, and as soon as I send these guys out, I start losing resources. Okay, so the Republic left. I'm assuming the Republic is your faction and not the Coalition. Oh wait, the Coalition is their military force. Sorry, I mistook that. Okay, who's this? Okay, Space Whale. Let's see. Any questions about it? Well, I mean, the big thing that I'd be curious about, one, are these humans? Are these an alien? Are they, what's going on there? I mean, you've told me about this faction, but I know pretty much nothing about your universe.
Construction online.
I mean, if they're human, are humans... Is humanity as we are now, in essence, the progenitor race to everything in the galaxy? Or are we just one of a few 100,000? Are there just 2 or 3 sentient races? I mean, are we in the first batch, or has this cycle happened before? I mean, okay. Is
Construction online.
I mean, is this early sci-fi kind of setting? So is it... I mean, there's a huge amount that I don't know about your setting. Is it Star Trek-like, Star Wars-like, grim derp like 40K, generic sci-fi? Is it... when I say generic, I'm meaning things like Firefly. Well, Firefly is kind of unique because it's
System
humanity's only area. Okay. So I'm guessing this is fairly early. I mean, there's a huge amount of questions just in stylistic choices. Are you going to be more like Star Trek, Star Wars? Okay. So energy weapons over kinetic weapons, with a few missile-style weapons. That's, let's see, what else would that imply? Larger nation states. I mean, another thing is this, like Andromeda. I mean, the Commonwealth was a republic, in essence, that spanned 3 galaxies. I mean, it was taken down by a group of let's see, the what is this? Solo Space Cow. But the Commonwealth was taken down by an organized group of transhumans called the Nietzschean that followed a bastardized and twisted version of Nietzsche's philosophies. Okay. So slug throwers for the most part. Probably don't have
detected.
anything much more advanced than, say, point defense lasers. Probably no shields. Probably very Mass Effect-esque for the human capability. Okay, I'm gonna have to send it here. Internal rare crystal, diamond in the sky, unique mining output, irregular energy emissions. Oh, this could be a cool one. Oh wait, that's a brown... That's a star. Hello. Space Leviathans. Oh god, this is taking forever to research. But I do have mineral or energy now that I can start clearing more of this. These guys are going to be unhappy because the neighbors suck. They're melancholic. Oh god. And they don't like the habitability. Okay.
Construction online.
Okay, I like 200 instead of 300. That's nice. Alright, over here. Build mining station, please. Actually need mineral. So, when you say special unit, you mean like a special task force, or do you mean like they're looked at like a special individual? Star patterns. Star pulsating, right? Okay. Latest sensory readings from Ergotil B show the stars pulsating regularly, but when the crew of the ISS Stanford arrived on site, there was no evidence to support this data. While most of the crew are in agreement that the anomaly was caused by sensor malfunction, Philip Cooper discards this theory. He claims to have discovered similar pulsating energy emission patterns elsewhere, and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. He has charted...
Situation log updated.
Alright, let's see. Situation outlog. Pulsating stars. Track on map. Oh, joys.
Construction online.
I don't want to kill the space whale. But 42 years. $80 months. Okay. Wait, the humans attack their own ship? That seems a little... I mean... there has to be a good reason for it.
Construction online. Anomaly detected.
Go ahead and research that. Okay. In the previous, you did say human government and the Viren Republic ship jump in and attack an Earth United ship on her first voyage. That's where I got confused. Microphone a little closer. Okay, that's being built.
Construction online.
Build that mining station. That's going to be very useful. Ah.
Blocker removed.
Interesting.
Construction online.
It could be interesting on that. See, I think that... Oh, another time-displaced planet. Must be a lot of temporal shenanigans going on in this area. I've spent 15 and 18 years working on developing about
System surveyed.
2 or 3 different worlds. And when I say worlds, it varies between worlds for a fantasy setting and a science fiction setting that is set more on a universal scale. But yeah, I've been working on things like similar for quite some time. Just getting all the little bits figured out. And there's some and granted, I'm taking them for an aspect of writing. Time they've given the review on Republic. Ah, ghost ship. Okay. But where I was rambling is that there's a couple of really good essays, I guess you could call them, that talk about world building. One of them I very clearly remember was talking about why or say no to pink trees
online.
And why you should not have something like a pink tree or whatever weird randomness in a story, because it distracts from the story itself. And that's going to be a very useful system. But yeah, those essays, it might be worth it just to Google up some kind of guides on world building, because those helped me quite a lot, and I still go back to them when I have new ideas and go through them
online.
and see if those are worth if the ideas don't get bogged down in issues. Ooh. Hello, space cows. I'm looking forward to seeing what this one has. The golden names are a mod that add different little things. Legendary Urza planet. Hazardous weather. High quality minerals. Okay.
Construction online.
Cutting in the world. Just detonate? I mean, you'd have to do some, you could work your way around it. I would, you could get a shell of a ship and, get any of the, either the like, first officer's Star Trek weapons or something like, the inspired weapons, spinal beams, or any of that on, for what you're firing, and then just fill the ship with armed warheads. That'll detonate.
Construction online.
You just kind of have to, on things like that, you kind of have to think around the box. What's this? An oasis. I wonder how the hell I get to this. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to deal with hostile space cow. I'd love to be able to befriend that particular Leviathan. Probably not. I probably would not. I mean, if we were going to be in a sci-fi universe, I think that I would be looking at wanting to the Terran Star Empire from my series I've tentatively named Tyrants of Soul. I would much prefer to be in that, just because that is that's a fun universe that I've started putting together there. I love the idea of a living ship, even if it's a synthetic
New
living
technology
ship.
discovered.
I like these Starbase models. They're nice. Would I make the story into an anime series? One, I think, could work well as an anime series. One, I think, would work well as...
Construction online.
Well, the problem with the other... Well, with the, sorry, I got distracted by game stuff, but, the space setting, because it's just a... How do I want to phrase this? It's much less of a contiguous story and more in a collection of short stories.
Construction online.
There's let's name the pet Caesar. It's... You've got... I've kind of mathed out how many years... About 600 years
Anomaly
of events
detected.
In that universe, so... It's kind of hard to put all that into a single
Construction online.
visual format. I'd say the fantasy one that I've been working on would work fantastically for that, but yeah, not the others.
Construction online.
Alright, got that. Well, Earth isn't really a single empire so much as it kind of turned into about 4 or 5 power blocks, and with what turned into a third World War, with a lot of countries that would you'd normally expect to be involved in the war, not really participating, because at the time that I was coming up with it, it started as in essence, because of overpopulation with China and Siberia and that area of Russia not having a lot of population, kind of a land grab.
Anomaly detected.
And so you have countries like Japan and United States, a lot of Europe, deciding to stay neutral, or forming power blocks to counter things. And then you have a lot of other countries that everybody's kind of kept under their thumb, starting to fight with each other. So it wasn't just like World War II was the Allies versus the Axis. It was more, you had two major players start fighting, a bunch of people ally together to form a neutral party because we don't want any of this. And then while everybody else was looking away, all of the smaller countries started fighting and forming alliances and things like that. Smaller, or however you want to phrase it. So a lot of the countries like in the Middle East and South America and Africa, Central Asia, that China, the United States, Europe, Russia have all had their hand in and messing around with. While everybody's eyes were turned, no, actually, I didn't even deal with North Korea or Iran or any of that, because if you directly mention a country that, let me rephrase that. That was poorly phrased on my part. Yeah, I did not mention North Korea, mostly because, but,
System surveyed.
I'd imagine if North Korea was still functioning as, I guess you could call it classic North Korea. Science fiction universe. That's what we're talking about, Daniel. But you could count them as one of the misbehaving countries that I was talking about that decide they're going to start fighting. Although I don't really see why. Because if they decided to go, that could drag the North Korea. Probably I won't mention because it would screw up the whole dynamic of what I've set up. So. Yep. Let's see. So, what part of the third episode did you really find funny, Daniel?
Concluded.
But yeah, that was all there. But yeah, to answer your question, Earth kind of became a
Construction online.
I'd call it more of an oligarchy style of overall government, but the okay, that's interesting, Z. Yeah, well, yeah, those guns were a pain. I did not like those guns. But, yeah, the, how would I... The Terran functionality, whatever I want to call it, they function loosely as a... They function kind of like a republic. Each colony, or whatever you want to call it, is a can conventional work in space. What do you mean conventional? You mean like a gun with black powder and things like that? Because if it's a cartridge, yes, because those are sealed and they have an oxidizer inside of them. If you're thinking something like a battleship with the powder in the bags, I'm not so sure. I think those have an oxidizer in them, but they might need to have more, because they do have just air able to get to them.
Construction online.
Oh, modern weapons. Yeah, I mean, if you want to know more about it, and because I'm not an expert on this, there's a YouTuber who does a lot with Kerbal Space Program for guns. He talks about, in one of his videos, the Russians actually put, I think, a 30 millimeter, or maybe it was a 20 millimeter cannon on one of the Soyuz capsules. And he goes into all the chemical stuff. The YouTuber's name is Scott Manley. And you can look that video up. Missiles, other than the fact that the missiles on destroyers are designed to fly in the atmosphere, they would work. Tomahawks wouldn't, because those are jet engines.
Online.
But other forms of missiles would, like the chemical burning ones. A 5-inch cannon, again, those use cartridges, so those would work. Well, the R2-D2s should. Yeah, but isn't I mean, the rocket-propelled motor doesn't get it going. I mean, that's just to get it going and out of the little tube. So it's ramming enough air down the jet engine's throat. I mean, it doesn't really burn for that long. At least I don't think it does. Let's survey here. Actually, no. Let's survey there. Because this area looks kind of sparse, and I might be able to take a lot of territory here. Well, you'd have to do a lot more to the cruise missile than just swapping that out. Because, again, it steers itself using aerodynamics, which don't exist in space. So you'd have to put, in essence, RCS thrusters so it can steer itself. And for the most part, that's the big thing with a lot of missiles and things like that, or fighters in space. For really what you want to do all the fancy maneuvers, you'd want your smallest engine being your primary thrust, because that pushes you forward, and ideally you're going to be moving forward. That's going to be on constantly. So you don't need a whole lot of instantaneous thrust. But for sharp maneuvering and things like that,
New technology
you need
discovered.
big thrusters pointed in those directions. That's something that Space Engineers doesn't really model. Kerbal is much more accurate on that one. So for rapid maneuvers, you need the larger thrusters. It's one of those. It works in sci-fi pretty well, but everywhere else it's kind of eh. And then when you think about it, you'd have to have your you'd have to have fuel for those large rapid targeting thrusters, or you just, I mean, it turns into a mess. Probably the best designs that I have seen for missiles, space missiles, are not, they don't have the thrust at the back. Their thrust is kind of in a, it's four-cornered thrust at the nose. So, and then the idea is that you'd have the thrusters at the front and your seeking device, so that, like, if it needs to go down, it just pushes more on the top and things like
New
that.
technology discovered.
Which of your factions have the most developed? From what you told me, I'd have to say that your God, what were they called? Your Viren group, but that's pretty much because you only told me about them. I don't know anything about the others.
System charted.
Were the okay, see, here's the big thing. Guns, modern guns, work in space. They technically work better in space because they don't have friction slowing things down, or atmosphere slowing them down, and they don't have a well, depending on where you are.
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh no, run my science ship, run. Okay, I need more guns on my ship now. I need these guys upgraded.
Fleets enhanced.
Alright, let's build another shipyard, or ship, couple ships. Yeah, we are, but that's the thing. I mean, we have them. But regular guns work in space. We don't have to... I mean, it's not like we're doing something super experimental. We know they work. Sam, surface air missiles? They run into the... I mean, in theory, but you have to build the missile to work in space. I mean... You don't have... I thought I gave you orders to build here.
Anomaly detected.
Research. Alright, let's send the fleet here. Alright, I'm gonna try... Oh, so this line goes out this way. That's good to know. And this line goes out this way.
Construction online.
But this will give me a huge amount of territory. With a nice back area to defend through. What are the Space Engineer vanilla missiles based off of? They're not missiles, they're rockets. They're fire and forget. They don't turn. That's the thing. They're straight line, so they're basically rocket propelled bullets. Which is another thing we've created.
Engaging hostile fleets. Situation log updated.
Alright. Probably should go
New
ahead.
technology discovered.
Spaceport. There we go. Science ship. Research. There's that. Hey, John. How's it going?
Construction online.
Right, new science ship. I thought I got a new scientist at some point. I guess not. Oh well, if I get a new one, I'll have a ship ready for him. I thought Republic at War you kind of had to zoom in on the battles. I mean, unless you just skipped them. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. This chain here. Cool. I love Stellaris. It's a lot of fun. And how advanced is my faction space fleet? The one that I've... in that sci-fi universe I was telling you about?
Complete.
I go from... it goes from launching into space and basically a glorified airtight submarine to having enough technology to send the moon to another system through a hyperspace gate. And not destroy it. Granted, they tried to do the same thing. One, they're doing this with less than 48 hours notice. I've tried. I've actually built the one of them in Space Engineers. I've built quite a few of the fighter craft in Space Engineers, but the biggest problem is Space Engineers in and of itself. I keep wanting to build them in true scale, and that doesn't work. And when I tried to build the battleship in third scale,
new technology discovered.
The game couldn't handle it at that point in its development. So yeah, the size of some of these ships are just don't work. Kind of wish they did. Lost prototype ship. Save the piece of history. Situation log. Research. Wait, both science ships are here? Why are you here? Oh, wait. That's an early science ship. Cool.
Research project concluded.
Alright, so I have the Far Horizon. Urgent message has arrived from scientist Philip Cooper. The crew is dead. Their mutated corpse float through the depressurized sections of the ship. As there is no decay in vacuum, he can only guess how long they have been dead. It remains a mystery for now why there's no atmosphere as the ship's hull appears intact. Ship appears to have run out of energy. How horrible. Oh, this is not good. I could lose my scientist. All energy cells were exhausted, so some of them have had to be replaced with the reserve cells from ISS Stanford to get at least some of the ship's systems online. Logbook shows the crew joking in joyful anticipation of their first FTL flight, but then all recordings broke up shortly after the ship's FTL engines were activated. It's hard to assess how much time has passed before the recording starts again. The flight seems to be over and the atmosphere has changed completely. Those same smiling faces a moment ago are now distorted by pain and screams. Echoes. Ooh, it's Event Horizon. Okay, I'll consider building a few of them in Space Engineers, dude. We must know what caused this tragedy. Working through the sensor data recorded during the FTL event, Philip Cooper came to the conclusion that the prototype and its crew left our plane of existence and entered another dimension where our natural laws do not apply. The severe mental stress must have driven the crew to madness. While reviewing further data, a feeling of dark presence overcomes the science officer and his assistant. They quickly remove the data core and take it with them to the ISS Stanford. Right after returning to their ship, our science team monitors an energy spike inside the prototype's FTL core. They initiate emergency and docking procedures, which they barely manage to complete before the ship vanishes into the void. Philip Cooper speculates on the possibility that the ship itself might have been changed by the strange dimensional energies. Might it be alive? We may never know, but retrieved data core provides significant data on FTL travel. No, Z. Probably not. Not what, because by the time that, well, actually, let me phrase that. Depends on when in the technological development. Because basically I go, the ships and technology shift when they develop shields. They end up being able to harness gravity and using that to basically, oh, you're shooting something at us? Let me throw a miniature singularity in front of it so I don't get hit and it gets absorbed. Yeah, no, that's it really depends on at what point would you match them up.
Construction online.
Timeline, when is my fleet the weakest? At the beginning. I mean, when they're using, they have very few, they don't have much FTL. They have near light speed travel. They're basically, when they first encounter an alien race, there's a war going on between Earth and Mars. Alien race shows up and is like, hey, this looks like a fun place to vacation. Let's start poking these fleets in the middle of the climactic battle of their civil war. And they're all like, we hate you, but they're completely different. Let's attack them. And it was basically a scout frigate goes in and wipes out their almost the entire fleet before they detonate it. So, yeah, I mean, that would probably be their weakest. I mean, they have, in essence, they call them battleships, but later on they get degraded to cruisers.
New technology discovered.
I mean, when you only have like 3 ships, your heaviest one would probably be a battleship. I mean, they run with mass drivers, or not necessarily mass drivers, but normal guns and missiles, so... Uh-huh. I mean, at the weakest, yeah, I mean... But in their next, I mean, the next iteration, they'd probably stand a pretty good chance. Because that's when they start colonizing additional planets. I mean, pretty much from that point on, for the next 150 years, they're at war constantly. So... with what amounts to technologically superior factions, that they are able to survive just because they're closer to home and throw more resources at them. Wait, what? You go in, you replace their government with the military governor, and then you attack them? That doesn't seem... I kind of want to say smart. Level you up.
Fleet upgraded.
Because then you're attacking your own people at that point, once you've annexed them. Alright, oh, I can do more clearing. Oh, I've already cleared... Oh god, we're getting a lot of these squid-faced dudes. The Zebo! They like tundra. Unfortunately, there's no tundra in the system, dude. Sorry. When the faction fleet is weakest. Okay. Now that's gonna be a problem in the fact that they...
Anomaly detected.
Their fleet may be weak, but their stations would not be. The Mars Civil War scenario. I mean, it's a trope, and I mean, even Star Trek had the Mars Civil War going on in it. So I mean, it's a science fiction trope. If you're running with Earth, it practically has to occur. I mean, if you don't do it, it's going to be more of a surprise than if you do.
Discovered.
Star Trek in post-Enterprise era, they had some talk about it. Of course, Babylon 5 there were like 3 Martian civil wars. You had, actually, I think the only one that has Earth in it, and Mars, sci-fi, that I can think of, that didn't have an Earth-Mars Civil War, is Warhammer 40k, which is kind of surprising. Okay, I mean, that still doesn't change the fact that that's almost a universal trope, and it shows up in pretty much every science fiction out there. I think even
new technology
what was it?
discovered.
Mass Effect. I think they had a civil war. So yeah, I mean, yay! I have a new scientist. Oh god! Where were y'all a bit ago? Leader experience, computing. Yeah, I'm gonna put you and send you over here. Geth versus Borg. What Borg are we talking about? Pre-Voyager Borg? I mean, original Borg? I'd say original Borg. If we're talking
System
about
charted.
like Voyager Borg, where Voyager made them uber weak, I'd say it's about a fair fight. I know I can't take that on. Let's see. What the hell? These guys actually drain energy? If I put you down here, are you still draining energy? Yes, these guys, I hate these guys. Where's species? Oh wait, they have full citizenship? Ah, crap. What's this? I don't like these guys. I need to colonize one of these other worlds and send them there and be like, yeah, y'all stay here. Well, the biggest problem with the Voyager Borg is, I mean, they did some sort of technobabble, and then the Voyager fired 3 torpedoes and killed 47 Borg cubes. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but it was kind of like Rambo. Rambo-level dirt-tasticness. What should I do? Ooh. A wondrous planet. What's on this wondrous planet? It's an Arctic world. The massive glacier. Glass tower. Cool. I might send those grumpy dudes over here. Say, I don't care, y'all can stay over here. Well, that's, I mean, not really. I mean, it hurt. It didn't really do anything to the Borg Collective originally. That was what made them so scary, is that they were, I mean, it's like... You
Anomaly detected.
I don't think it really did that, because they collectively shared their memories. So they'd learn from, they'd learn from the attack. They'd remember the attack.
Technology discovered.
It's not like they're locked in They have other... Yeah. Alright, we're gonna send y'all off to that Tundra world. I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea of a Borg Queen, because we really didn't have it beforehand. That was the thing that made Locutus so unique, was he was an individual in a collective. I mean, there's not much I can do about it now because they exist, but I think it made the Borg less for it. They were less of a frightening presence because of it. Alright, let me come over here. I didn't really think so. The idea that the Borg were a single entity. I liked that. That made them scary. The idea that as long as one survived, they survived. They were space zombies. They were much more frightening, with a much stronger social overtone without the Queen.
System charted.
The Dalek? No. The Dalek were... At their creation, they actually weren't even connected to Doctor Who originally. They were their own thing and
Construction
kind of get absorbed into it.
System charted.
But the Dalek were a race that was genetically engineered to be perfect. They didn't absorb things. They were perfect, so they didn't need to absorb or assimilate. There was no need for that because they already were the best of the best of the best, sir.
Construction online.
Okay, don't really need to do much here. Let's put a solar
System
panel on this.
charted.
I am running low on resources. Okay, you're done. Come down here. It would be awesome if the Borg simulated the Daleks or emulated. I don't know if I would because the Dalek and the Borg are so antithesis to each other. Antithetical. Bleh. Tongue-tying myself. I don't know. I kind of would... I mean, they kind of do that with the Kazon. I believe it was the Kazon. The kind of gang aliens in the beginning of Voyager. I mean, when your race sucks so much that the Borg won't even assimilate you. Yeah.
Construction online.
It's not good for you. I wonder, can I build another solar... I can. That must be a mod that lets me do that. We're here in Tebow. Solar panels, target uplink, trading hub. Let's get my energy back. Yeah. It's kind of funny and kind of sad for them. Well, it's sad because they suck that much.
Evading hostiles.
Oh, pirates! Alright. I guess...
Construction online.
Go in. Go research that anomaly.
New technology discovered.
And how bad do you really have to suck for the Borg to say, no, we're good. We're good. We don't need these losers.
Construction online.
Especially, I mean, it's even sadder because by that point, William Shatner had started writing his self-insert fan fictions that included the Borg assimilating Doberman. Interesting. So yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, we'll survey this next. Modified Cerberus destroyer in... I mean, not like you'd find a modified version, but I'm sure because it's a ship that people have find in the game that there are hundreds of modified variants of it. I mean, the guy who designed it took his inspiration from other ships, but has acknowledged that whatever the Pillar of Autumn class was, Marathon, I think. But he has acknowledged that it has very similar lines to that, so... Oh, God, it's been a half an hour, and I have not
Construction online.
Messed with my extra points. Yeah, let's do that. Keepers of Tradition. Give me more of the Unity, please. And thank you. Alright, you. Let's go ahead, colonize. Throw that there. Let these guys colonize it.
Establishing colony.
And then we're gonna ship them all off the home world. Hey, we're gonna be friendly to these people, but oh wait, it's an Arctic. They want oopsie. Yeah, we're still shipping them off the home world. Wow, I screwed that up. I thought this was Tundra.
System surveyed.
That's a little harder than you'd think, but the guy who put out Corruption has a mod that shows you how to create or put your ships into set them up as a mod to put them in. I think set them up as a mod, but put them in as crap. The ships that you can jack, the pirate ships that fly through the space. So you could look at that. That's a potential route of doing what you were talking.
Construction online.
Alright, so we did that. Let's come up here and scan you. Oh, I take it you don't have it on PC? Waiting for Xbox? Events. Yay, minor hobby. It's not a significantly big deal. It's just a little minor hobby. Yeah, I should be hit for that joke. Okay, let's see. 21 months. I bet I am gonna make those those aliens very unhappy. Scanning. I'll push this way until it forks, and I can't anymore. Okay.
Anomaly detected.
Research it. The big thing that made the Munificent work, however, was the fact that it had droids. Almost done with that. Oh. Okay. Yes, come up here. No, 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 no. Up there. You. Up here. Research anomaly. Thank you. Okay, these guys, I didn't see much here, but this is a pretty looking system.
Construction online.
Alright, can you down here do that? Yes, I know I've seen it because I've binged the entire series, but I'm not sure which one that is. It's been a couple years since I did that, but yes, I know I have seen it.
Construction online.
Alright, so we got that, and I'll send you up this way. Energon cubes. Alright. Are we almost colonized? Admiral Trench. Okay. Again, I'm not sure. Like, right now I can't even... I'm not even sure which side Admiral Trench was on.
Construction
Thinking
online.
about it, so... yeah... Okay, how long? 6:01. Ew. Yeah, those aliens are not gonna be happy. But I don't care. They're killing my homeworld with all their need energy. I got the need for energy. Alright. Well, for now, let's
Construction
upgrade you.
online.
Okay, he was... was he the Genosian admiral?
Colony founded.
Okay, they're happy you're here. Alright, resettle. Okay, this will cost me a pretty penny, but
Situation log updated.
I'll be able to throw all these guys over here, off my precious homeworld. The Hopeless Souls. Okay.
Construction online.
No purges, rough living. Empty stomachs. Alright. Giant spider. Okay, yeah, I remember him. If you'd said the Spider Admiral, I would have gotten it. I hated him. It had absolutely nothing to do with my irrational fear of spiders, though. No. Do that. throw you here, you throw you here.
Research project concluded.
Open it.
Situation log updated.
Easy there. Whenever you were. Mountain quarry. Ice rig. Can't really do anything with that. Ice processor. Is there another ice thing here? No. Okay. But I should be able to put an ice rig there. Again, I have a slight form of arachnophobia. And I was making a joke at the fact that didn't bother me but no, I have issues with arachnophobia. Skyrim was not fun. Let's say that. I did not enjoy Skyrim. Okay. Well, I enjoyed Skyrim, it took me a lot longer to enjoy Skyrim than others. Whoa. What the hell? Oh,
Anomaly detected.
Star had a lot of energy on it. Okay, that's worth doing something with. Research project. You. Yeah, okay. Ooh, you're a good planet too. Or good system. Yeah, Now let's check. Yay, no Xeno dudes here. Let me actually drop you here. We have plenty of minerals, so let's put you there. Yeah, I know of it. I know
Construction online.
A bunch of old canon facts about it, but I don't know how much of it is still new or still canon anymore. A new space cow. So I've got an angry Leviathan in here. Well, they were both custom-made versions of, I think it was the Providence cruiser. So, which were all a variant off of the Dreadnought cruiser design from, I think, Rendell. Hello? Ah, we've got traders. Now, where are they? Don't know where they are. And we didn't see really what the what Grievous's ship could do in the
Research
movies.
project
I mean, the
concluded.
movies were... the Star Wars movies
System
are
surveyed.
basically fantasy set in space. You have space wizards. It's very fantasy sci-fi. I mean, the only reason you have sci-fi in it is because it has stuff in space, when compared to, say, Star Trek, which is very heavy sci-fi, or hard sci-fi, I think is the correct term. So, because of the fantasy genre, all those ships have some very, very, very bad design issues.
New technology discovered.
The bridge of where the in a hard sci-fi setting, the Eclipse would not have been taken down by a fighter ramming the bridge, because they would have had a battle bridge, or the command and control function of the ship would have been deep inside of it. So, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just because of the genre that Star Wars is, there are some dumb things in it. And, there's...
Situation log updated.
There's not much... Okay, I'll wait. How long is this research going to take? Okay. I need you actually down here.
Construction online.
Well, if you look at either canon's early stuff with when Darth Vader was put in charge, basically it turned into the fact that the competent officers, with the exception of Tarkin and a few others that were in, were thought of highly. It was kind of like a septic tank. The turds kind of floated to the surface. And really, Tarkin was probably a mediocre admiral. I know that's going to hurt a lot of people, but yeah, and in old canon, I don't know if this is new or Disney canon, in Legacy, the Emperor used his, this was established in the original Thrawn trilogy, that the Emperor used the Force to make the military perform, and perform well. And what does Obi-Wan say at the, well, what do all the Jedi say about the Force? That it works on the weak-minded. So, if that's how you're going to operate, who do you want in charge? The weak-minded. What? I told you to leave. How do I cancel this?
Construction online.
How do I cancel you? Stop what you're doing. Thank you. I want you down here
New
before this goes
technology
away.
discovered.
Stronghold. Okay, I finally researched to the point where I can point out why these would be difficult to do in... Actually, no, I didn't, because these are universal designs. Crap. Alright. Talk to you later, Z. Alright, so can't really do much with that. Let's send you off to here. Done. Let's go ahead, build mining station there. Alright, we need what? I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing here now that I've cleared this out. That would be a good thing to build. Let's put you there. Space Agency. Do I have any tile that has nothing on it? No. So...
Construction
do I have one
online.
that has one food on this bugger? Let's replace you with the central data net. You will put the global cooperative. We'll put international park. I'm gonna put nuclear research center here.
Anomaly detected.
Research it.
Construction online.
And once I get... Ooh, Xeno Diplomacy Corps? Let's put one down there. Xeno Diplomacy Corps. This is actually one of the best places for that.
Situation log updated.
They're gonna get stoned, I know.
Research project concluded.
Alright, next research. Research it. You come up here, build a starbase.
New technology discovered.
Thank you.
Research project concluded.
Alright. Now I've got, that's a whole chain of mess over there, so I'm gonna let it run its course. Alright, click you, upgrade, upgrade. Okay, that should be good. Solar Richards. Study the underlying concept, please. Okay, this is going to be kind of my, where I'm going to have to build here and then start surveying all this quickly, because have to find a pinch point up here.
Anomaly detected.
Who's this? Oh. That's these guys. Yeah, I like those guys. Alright. Let's see. Research, all that. That can all sit there for now. Upgrade that. And these guys in general are happier than where they were before.
Construction online.
Mining station. Once we get this all researched, surveyed. I have a feeling here and here are going to be choke points in this. And yeah, I'm just going to expand until I meet somebody. I mean, I could probably take the pirates out here if I really wanted to. Spaceport. Deploy. Task force. Edicts. Massive crater, blah blah blah. Policies and edicts.
Construction online.
Let's increase people's happiness. Energy, research, flexible edicts. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. With that, that's probably the best I'm going to go with for now. Let's send you. Oh wait, you need to move here, yeah. Because you are going here. So where do I want to send this? Probably here. I'll be a circle through it. It won't be pretty. Let's clean that up. So everybody's moving through there. You've almost done. Come on.
System charted.
Alright. Survey that system. We're just going to keep moving until it's not a good idea to move anymore. Yeah. I don't see why not. Very dense minerals. Mineral output +3. That's pretty good. Energy adjacency, engineering research. Yeah, that's gonna rock hard from that. So that's going well. What do we have here? Another space whale.
Construction online.
Alright. Build that. And since I'm here, I might as well... Okay, I have 25. Three of those. Alright. So I'll have 3 more Corvettes. So I'll have 10 Corvettes and a bunch of destroyers. Starbase. Alright. That's good. I guess next question. Construction ship.
Construction online.
Let me find a good... Okay, this is gonna be a megastructure system, I can already tell. There's some megastructures due to mod that you can build in multiple of in one system. Yeah, I'm gonna be making full use of that.
Construction online.
Damn it. New colony, start with more population. Mining station. You here. Alright, over this, megastructure. Start a science nexus. We got all the resources. Do it. It's putting them all to use. Might only be able to get the first tier of it, but...
Construction online.
Alright, you... Move here. Get all this. Let's see how far I can get in the next 20 minutes. 6 months, 5 months.
System charted.
You know, I'm probably going to be pissing off the space whales, since that's their feeding ground. Yep, gonna have to fly across that. But yeah, there's like a dozen different, well, maybe not a dozen, but there's quite a few things that I can build in here. One there, one there, one there. One here, one here. I'll have this one here. So yeah. We'll have a lot of stuff going for me. Oh, nice. Actually, shields sound like a fantabulous thing. Yeah, the biggest weakness that we have
construction
right
online.
now What?
Building destroyed.
A fallen outpost. What? What are these? These are all junk. What the heck? They're psionic, they're thrifty, they're deviant, they're fleeting, they're repugnant. Hey, what are they like in? I have no idea what these guys are.
Construction online.
Guys, Keatlings, okay. I can't communicate with them. I can't even build something to observe them. Interesting. Species. Okay, they're not recognized as a... That's interesting. It's clear that they used to be
online.
something. Don't know how we communicate with them. It looks like they had a pretty good fleet here
Anomaly
at
detected.
one point. Oh, wow. That's a fancy looking system. And I do like it. But I kind of want to get to here. Lock that down. And then explore throughout this.
Construction online.
Alright, where'd my sign?
Construction online.
Alright, you are done. Let's send you up here to survey. Okay, 26% done. Alright, that'll be fixed soon.
New technology discovered.
Whew. Frontier settlement, colony CNC. Food. I smell food. It's Memorial Day. I smell food. Must be good food. I guess it turned out to be a bunch of nothing. Alright. 66 months. Yay. Grab this one. Actually, these two would probably be best. Yeah, we The big problem that the Empire has is, well, they're slow. These guys are not very quick in generating new people. Could be because we're short food, but oh God, yeah, we're making sure to take this system. But yeah, I'm gonna survey this, then double back.
Construction online.
Try and get this cluster. Okay, we encountered
construction online.
Situation log.
Anomaly detected.
Made it repair ship. Track on map. Okay. Once this one's done, I'll send it up here to Woolgun. Up to deal with the woolly bugger up there. Zaya aliens.
Comms initiated.
We greet you as equals, Star Traveler. Damn. What do you find over here, dude? Oh.
Situation log updated.
Hey. That system just spawned. Okay. Let's build another science ship. Send the system down there, or the ship down there, to say hi. Okay, you've got a few more things there. Okay. Proto-molecule infected station.
Construction online.
Resource or research. Nice. I'm liking that. Alright, you. Let's come down here. Survey. Almost done here. That's a fairly busy system. I'm liking this system on its own. This one's pretty nice.
System surveyed.
Alright, let's go ahead, start building Starbase. You, let's come up here and survey. Move. Alright, I see kind of trails here. I don't see anything off of this. So, that's good, I think. To take this, and then that one, and then double back, take these two. And by that time I should be able to have swung this way.
Construction online.
Build mining stations, get all them resources.
Evading hostiles.
Oh no. Pirates! Okay. Well, we'll probably have to double back and take those pirates out. But I'm going to leave those pirates there for now. And...
Evading hostiles.
Alright, 3 months. Okay, so... Actually, it's not bad.
Anomaly detected.
Leave it be for now, good lord. This is not a bad system to fortify here.
Initiating evasive maneuvers.
But... Wait. What's down here?
Research project concluded.
Fascinating creatures. Got a bunch of this to do. Space whales. Alright, how's my military? What's it look? We might be able to take on the space whale.
Hostile fleet within range. Situation log updated.
Wait, what? Dark flotilla. Who knows?
Initiating evasive maneuvers.
Construction ship. Why? Don't fall.
Research project concluded.
I think I tried blue or green one time. Let's see what red does. So make us physically stronger. Nice. Alright. That's nice. What are you people doing? Oh, they're blowing up all my mining stations because, yeah, these guys are nice. Well, I mean, this is actually the first time I've had to do anything like this. So, yeah, I'm not that worried about it. And... future is ours. So it's going to take me a little bit to get the resources stockpiled. Go up and do the research project up there, guy. Tau aliens. Alright, let all that run.
Hostile fleet within range.
They're back. Yay. Shadow play. Nice. United Nations of Earth. Interesting. Hey guys.
Anomaly detected.
Curator order. Well met. Research it. Okay. Let's see. They're fanatic xenophiles, individualists, ecologists, and egalitarian. Alright. We mean you no harm. Right down here. Culture exchange. Edict duration. Yeah. Bit intriguing. Abandoned amusement park. Yay. Oh crap. Okay, you're still scanning. Good. Right. Yep, let's give the resources back to them. Let's take the hard hat, send it up here.
Hostile fleet within range.
Alright. Poke them back. Okay. Artisan troop. The peacock people. But it is now hey, no.
Anomaly
Starbase.
detected.
Okay, you should be upgrading soon. Research that. But what I was going to say is that it is now 8 o'clock.
Construction online.
This is when
System
I
charted.
tend to wrap up my episodes. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff that YouTubers ask you to do. And yeah, I will see you next time. This week, I know I have two more Space Engineers solo survival coming, and I spotlight a game that I discovered on the workshop. So, see you later this week or Friday when I will be joining Fuzz for our stream of Space Engineers. Fuzz and Daniel. So, until then, bye-bye.